Shmuel, because that in itself, whether when you have a choice between halukah and shuda, is a mahloket tanaim someplace else. Also on Gitin, right? Says the Gemara, "V'ir b'mira my kana ha'amar edeh hatima karte tanaehi." So really, it's Rabbi Lazar. But what to do is a mahloket tanaim. The Tanya v'chachamim omrim. The chachamim say yachloku, split it. Tekan amru ma shiyitzeh shalish yaseh. The shalish does what he wants. Look in Rashi. I don't know if you got up to it in the Gitin. The chachamim omrim b'shili perek hamadi Gitin. The case is like this. Someone says holech maneh leploni. Take this money to so and so. V'halachu biksho v'lo misao shemet. He went to look for him. The guy's dead. Right? Yahziru le'mishaleach. Take the money back to the guy who sent it. Me'et ha'mishaleach. The guy that sent it died. Yahziru liyorshi. So the question is, who's yorshi? V'chachamim omrim yachloku yorshe mishaleach v'yorshe mi shenistalach lo nishtalchu lo.
Obviously, Rabbi, it's brought to the other one. Obviously, it's sent to the other one.
There's a question of, do you say mitzvah lekem d'vrei hamet? What is that Gemara? That's a good thing. The question is, do you say mitzvah lekem d'vrei hamet, or you don't say mitzvah lekem d'vrei hamet, or do you say he was zocher with the shlichut, or he wasn't zocher, zachin la'adam shelo b'fanav?
That by the way you can bring korban. That's what I said. By a Jew, it depends if you're mumar or not.
He doesn't know who died first, also the shaliach.
All the pasuk
Tanakama says holech lav kizche. Rabbi Natan nami halach lav kizche. Lo amrim tzal v'amet. V'yesh omrim holech kizche. Rabbi Das mishum Yaakov mishum Rabbi Meir holech lav kizche. Miu hechet demit it's mitzvah lekem devrei hamet. The Chachamim say yahaloku misav kalei. They're not sure whether holech kizche or lav holech kizche, right? V'kan amru shuda adifa. The kan that says mashi yitzeh shaliach, they have the same safek. If you say holech kizche, right? So you have a safek in halacha. When he said holech, take the money. Did he mean you be zocher to the guy now, or he didn't mean that, right? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. If he meant when he told you take the money to him, he meant be koneh for the guy, then it became his before he died. If he meant just take it to him and give it to him and he'll be koneh, then the money still belongs to the first guy. That's the safek. Now we have the safek. What should I?
The guy got stuck with the money now.
Now I'm holding it and I don't know who to give it back to. Because if holech kizche, then I have to give it to the yorshim of the person I was sent to. If holech is lav kizche, I have to give it back to the guy who sent me. But we don't know what to do. The Chachamim say holking. I have a safek, split it. Even though half of it is going to the wrong guy, better. And the Yesh Omrim say Shuda is better. Give it, hopefully you'll have Siyata D'Shmayel, you give it to what the guy really meant. Either the Zacheh or not the Zacheh. So you see that when you have a safek, there's a mahloket tanaim, which is a better resolution. And Shmuel is of the opinion that the better resolution is Shuda. Give it to one of them. And hopefully, with Hashem's help, you give it to the right one. Rashi. The Gemara, I'll read it again. Right? Tana'ehi. The Tanya, Chachamim omrim yahaloku. Dekan amru ma sheyitzeh shalish ya'aseh. Rashi. Dekan amru ma sheyitzeh, in the middle of the Rashi, by design. Ma sheyitzeh shalish ya'aseh, dahainu, shaliach ya'aseh. The shliach does what he wants. Alma shuda adifa. Better to do shuda. Eime de Rami Barhama katvinu lenichse Rami Barhama betzafra. Rami Barhama's mother wrote over her properties everything to Rami Barhama in the morning. Leurta in the evening. Katvinu lo Mor Ukva Barhama. She wrote him to her other son Mor Ukva. All of them.
Must be the later one.
So she has two sons.
Yeah, she's not splitting it. She's going to give it all to one. In the morning, she chose Rami. In the afternoon, she chose it to Rama. She didn't write a will. She gifted it to him.
But there's no will.
No, it's not a will. A will. She gifted it to him. She said
in the
it's
morning she gifted to some one
Terami, and in the afternoon to Mor Ukva.
the same, or she gifted others?
Everything she had.
Everything
everything
she
she
has.
has,
Everything she
okay.
has. All or nothing. Ready? Ata Rami bar Hama lekame Rav Sheshat ukme ben Nechsa. He gave it to him. Ata Mor Ukva lekame Rav Nachman ukme ben Nechsa. He put him in the thing. Now you have a machloket between the dayanim. Ata Rav Sheshat lekame Rav Nachman. Rav Sheshat came to Rav Nachman. Amarle my ta'amavi borhaki. How come you gave it to him? I gave it to Rami. Amarle my ta'amavi borhaki. He says, what was your rationale for what you did? Amarle the kadim. He says he gave it to him first. Amarle atu bi Yerushalayim yatvinan. Are we here in Yerushalayim the katvinan sha'ot? That we write sha'ot in the star? We don't write shtarot.
יכול להיות also when she wrote for the first one, you
So
can
now,
answer him.
the question is like this: if you say edem mesira karti, who cares about sha'ot? And we hold edem mesira karti. So Rashi says velo noda lami masra techila shtar matanata, meaning she wrote it in the morning, she wrote it in the afternoon, but we don't know when she gave them. We have no edim when she gave them. It says atu birushalayim yatvinan tekatvinan sha'ot. The fact that we know that the shtar was written in the morning doesn't make a difference. El minhag is not to write sha'ot in the shtar. So that means that we don't care about the sha'ot. So it's koneh at the end of the day together. Ela mor ma'ita amavirach. Okay, so how come you gave it to Mor Ukva? Hare, first there's no difference. So now it's a safek. Who are you giving it to? Amar le shuded the daini. Says it's my right as a dayan to give it to who I want.
But the street.
It's either Rami or Mor Ukva. I chose to give it to Mor Ukva as a Shuda the Daini. Being that they're both equal, I say give it to one. Give it to one. I say give it to Mor Ukva. Amar lei anan nami Shuda the Daini. He says, but I made the psak first, right? I gave it to Rami. So even if you disagree with my reasoning, let my psak stand as Shuda the Daini. Before you. Amarle, two answers. Hada, first of all, the ana dayana or mor lav dayana. He says, I'm an official dayan. I'm appointed by the Rish Galuta, I have permission. You, chacham, but you're not an official dayan. So, if my shuda is much stronger than yours.
One problem, you get to different issue now.
Ve'od, and the second reason, mi'ikara lav betorat hachi atitla. When you gave it to Rami, you weren't doing it as Shuda. You thought that was a Psak Halacha. So the whole thing was a mistake. Now you want to regurgitate your mistake as a Shuda Dedaini? Doesn't have a power.
The mother is still alive, right?
No, she's dead.
Oh, she's dead already?
I don't know,
How come?
I know, maybe she's alive, I don't know.
Okay, Rabbi, I have a question. When she has two sons, she writes for the first one, and then she writes another one. You have to look at the point too. Also, maybe what happened is she wrote the wrong name. She wanted to put the second name on the first one,
You
and that's
can
why
guess whatever you want. All I know is I have these witnesses, thank you, and I don't assume that. Yeah. Maybe, but yours is a maybe. All I know is I have two shtarot. Why she did what she did, I don't know. The main question is which star worked.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. It's hard to go back and to judge based what might have been in her head. That's what she wrote.
Okay, what's halakha?
It's much easier to say she changed her mind. Mor
that's
Ukva came with a bigger present. Come on.
Yeah, that's what
Says the
my
Gemara.
second thing. She has to have
Hanu
a mind.
Treshtare, two shtarot. Hanu Treshtare da'atu lekamed Rav Yosef. They came to Rav Yosef. Had have katuv b'hamisha b'Nisan. One said on the 5th of Nisan. The had have katuv b'Nisan stama. The other one just said in Nisan. Now that could be better, it could be worse. Right? Ukme Rav Yosef lahu the hamisha b'Nisan b'Nechazim. He gave it to the guy that's on the 5th of Nisan. Amar le'idach va'ana afsiri. This is why I lose. Amar le'at yadecha la tachtona. Says because your star says Nisan, it could be Aleph Nisan, it could be Kaftet Nisan, right? Ema bar Kaftet ben Nisanat. Yad bar shtar al tachtona. It's only as much as it proves. It proves it was before Iyar. Okay, so it's before Iyar. That's Kaftet Nisan. The other guy's on Hey.
If you go to a parking lot, if you lose your card, you pay for the whole day.
Pay for the whole day. Right? Lav v'torat hachi. Sorry. That's all. So is this Amarle v'nichtov li mor tirfa mi'iyar va'elach. He says, why don't you write me a star from Rosh Chodesh Iyar saying that this guy took it from me? Right? I mean, sorry. But write me a tirfa, write me a right to collect anything. I bought it from, me and Jack both bought it from Jimmy, yeah? So now Jack says Chamesh ben Nisan, Mai says Nisan. I paid Jimmy, Jack paid Jimmy. I paid him 100, he paid him 100. Now Jack gets the field. But Jimmy sold it to me by Harayut. So because I didn't get the field, right? Let me go collect on the next guy that Jimmy sold the field to.
From ER.
And the ER people. Because I come first. My money was there first. He says no. Matzi Amar Lecha, Yachli Lemem Lecha, At Parhat Ben Nisan At. Really? You bought it first.
Signed already.
Why? Why could you say you bought it first? Because it says Nisan. So why should I lose? The other guy won, but really,
Take it from
take it from him, not from me. When you go here, he says maybe him. You go here, he says him. My takante, what could he do to get out of it? Nichtivu harsha'a lehadadi. Rashi, nichtivu harsha'a lehadadi. Yivakesh me'et chavero bar hamisha b'nisa v'yemso lo shtaro. Give him his shtar. V'yichtov lo harsha'a alav. And write him a power of attorney. L'trov lekuchot. To collect the kuchot. The im yomru lo, if they tell him bar had b'nisan at, that you come first, em omer lahem, tell them, ani ba litrov b'shvil ma'ot shel hamisha b'nisan. Okay, so I'm coming today for the hamisha b'nisan. Shareh l'shnenu machra be'achariut. V'ani ba b'harsha'a. I have a power of attorney. Alechem mikocho v'im yomru lo hu kadam v'apa kaftet. Hayita, ani ba mehamat atzmi. So either way, you have to give me your property.
They help each other.
He's backdating the power of attorney.
After the fighting.
No, right now.
Yes, too.
Doesn't have to backdate it.
After the fighting in court.